Hi Aquarius, how's everybody doing? Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing some development, interpersonal relationship, a development within an interpersonal relationship, something about unity and a lesson that is completed, meaning maybe something was going on where you weren't seeing eye to eye with somebody, or you kind of felt like maybe there was a lack of support that you felt from somebody, or you felt kind of alone within a situation, and it looks like something that I'm not seeing it as being like the end of the world in any way. I'm seeing it be more so like maybe you were having a bit of a rough patch and you could have used some extra support, or somebody like really taking a second to ask you like how you're doing and check in with you and like really see you within a moment, because maybe you weren't feeling particularly seen. And I'm seeing you have a moment like that where you really do feel seen. Looking at the moon here, the Ten of Pentacles, I'm hearing it's just around the corner. Two of Wands. You may not know right now that something is actually going to be extremely successful, but that looks like it's what is happening. It's either like you're going to reach it. You could have done something and been like, okay, so I don't know where this is going. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I don't know if this thing is going to work out. And it's like, meanwhile, behind the scenes, I'm seeing something is definitely going to work out, pay off. You are going to accomplish that goal, whatever this is. I'm seeing also something about planning here. It feels like once something is revealed to you, something is going to become very obvious, and once you get to that place where something becomes crystal clear for you, you're going to be able to make a plan after that. But you have to wait until you get to that point to make a plan. So it's almost like something needs to fall into place before you can figure out where the rest of the pieces go. The more grounded you are, the more you're going to be seeing. This means the more, I'm seeing it in this context be like, the more you're trusting yourself and being like, this may not be happening on my time, but I know that this is happening within divine timing, and so I'm going to put my trust in that. And anytime I start to question that, I'm going to find ways to ground and center myself. It's going to help you widen your perspective at times when you may feel doubtful. That's what I'm getting for this. Yeah, definitely with the timing. Because you may be like, well, if this was going to work out, it would have happened by now. Or like, I wish this would go faster than it actually is. Like, whatever that is for you. Or like, I should have been here by now. It's like, don't worry about that. It's all happening as it's supposed to be happening. It's all unfolding as it's meant to be. I'm hearing something about suede shoes that reminds me of Elvis. Maybe something to do with like music or artistry, creativity in some way. I'm seeing you leave a setting where there may have been multiple people involved and switching that out for something that you may be doing more independently. I'm seeing even a setting of like maybe it was like a group of people or like a friend group or something, or it was like people you hung out with at a certain time. So maybe these were people you like to party with, or like whatever it was for you. I'm seeing a very particular setting that you hang out with these people within. And I'm seeing you take a look at this and be like, that's not necessarily something I want to be a part of anymore. And I'm seeing you transition out of that, because you're not finding what you want there. And it has to do with something emotional that you're looking for. And this can even be like when you're around certain people, you don't feel particularly motivated, and you're like, every time I'm around these people, I feel like my creativity gets drained, and this is something that I actively want to work on. And so I'm seeing you transition out of a space. It's like some sort of effect emotionally, energetically, that this person or this group of people has on you. And I'm seeing you shift into like a more solo energy, but it's something that like you're gaining some type of like power energetically because of making this transition, because you're listening to yourself and recognizing that something is more so a drain of energy than anything for you to continue being around, is what I'm hearing. I just heard a sound effect. It sounded like a video game. Yeah, I'm seeing you sit with yourself and be like, if I feel confident in myself here and I'm trusting myself and I'm listening to what I need and I don't care about what anybody else's opinion is of this, I'm going to make this decision here and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm doing this for me. And I'm seeing something that comes to an end, but that was necessary. Like, I'm seeing you do this for yourself here more than anybody. And I'm seeing you also feel like you've thought about this. Like, I'm not seeing this be a moment where, like, you get angry and you're like, we're done, I'm never talking to you again. I'm seeing this be a moment where you've thought about something, you've looked at it from all angles, you feel grounded in this decision, and you feel like this is the best place for you to be making this particular decision right now. And so I'm seeing something that, like, you are as clear-headed as you're going to get when it comes to this, and then I'm seeing you execute a decision here. To have the King of Cups next to the Hanged Man, I'm seeing this is definitely something that you've thought about maybe for some time before you've gotten to this place to finalize something even. And also with the Queen of Wands, it looks like this is something, the Queen of Wands is not afraid to make decisions that may ostracize her when it is like what she needs, because she doesn't care if other people are around or not. She's going to do what she wants to do for herself because she doesn't need that validation. So and we're just picking pronouns here. You can switch it, reverse it, do whatever fits for you. But we're talking about this like feminine aspect of yourself. So because of this, it's a move that you make where you are doing something where, rather than being like, what's their opinion, or what's this person's opinion over there, or like, are they going to agree with this? And like, even though those are natural thoughts that we have, you're not allowing that to stop you from making a decision that feels empowering for you to be making. And that is the main point. It's not so much about the thoughts, because you can't control that as much. But what you can control is how much you allow that to impact and influence the decisions that you're making. And that's where your free will comes in. And I'm seeing you make a decision where you're like, I'm going to be better off for this. I'm going to be happier for this. This is what I need to do for me. I do feel like you're breaking away from something that you had previously identified with. This is a moment where you know you can achieve what you want on your own rather than needing to like rely on a group here, or even like some sort of cohort of people. I'm seeing you come out like in a really intense fire energy too. Some of you may have fire in your big three, maybe rising. It can just be something that you're embodying too. We all have fire in our charts. But yeah, I'm seeing this overall be related to how you're perceiving yourself, so your self-image, your creativity, and also like your empowerment in relation to like your behavior and the ways that you're taking action. And I'm seeing like a lot of thinking things through prior to making decisions. So a lot of conscientiousness behind how you're taking action, what you want to address, what you want to avoid, what you want to participate in, what you feel like is not a direction you want to be investing your energy into. Yeah, I'm even hearing that you're doing something by the book. It looks like there was a situation where something was going on that was not right, or it wasn't fair to you. And so you decided, rather than, I'm hearing getting in a pickle, I'm seeing you actually walk away from something and be like, I'm doing this for me. And it looks like there's something new that you're starting because of this. This could have even meant like abandoning an activity or a project that you were going to do with somebody, or that was associated with like a person or a group of people, and being like, you know what, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it on my own now, and I don't need you to be involved in this. There was like some reason why. In a way, I'm kind of getting like a Knight of Wands energy with the Three of Cups. Like you could have had somebody where it's like they like to be around you when things were fun, but when you needed support, or when you needed this person to be serious, maybe you weren't finding that happening, or like you felt like you weren't being taken seriously, or like you may have felt like you weren't being respected even. I'm getting this strongly with the King of Wands here. Because I'm seeing somebody that looks like they're quite regal, actually, and it looks like the people above them are just kind of like messing around or having fun, and there's like a lack of seriousness with either this person or these people that are associated with the Three of Cups. And I'm seeing somebody be like, I've built all of this on my own, and I don't need to continue participating in this thing or with these people when I don't like the way that I'm treated, or I don't feel respected, or I feel like I give this and it's not returned to me, like whatever that was for you within that situation. Or whatever that is for you, because we are starting with the moon, so for some of you this may not have happened yet. So yeah, I'm seeing you be like, the right call for me to make is for me to walk away from a situation. Seeing that's what the plan is. And I'm seeing you be like, you know what, I have what I need to take this elsewhere. I'm even getting something about what is it called, like mental property. You know when you have an idea and you get like ownership over that in some way? Mental property is not the right name for it, but it's something along those lines. It's basically like you owning an idea that you have. There's like something about that here with like maybe you were associating with somebody before and maybe like sharing something with them. I'm seeing it be all related to like your ideas, your creativity, you implementing things. I'm seeing like a lot of artistry with the Queen of Wands here. And I'm seeing you like retract that or like take it away from this situation. And I'm seeing you be like, I can do this on my own. Because of this ending, it looks like you walked away prior to officially ending something, but I am seeing, like, at the tail end of this, something being officially ended, and I don't know if it's with that same person that you initially walked away from or group, and then it's, like, finally happening here, or this is somebody that was somehow related to this group of people. That could also be happening too. Because I'm seeing, like, somebody that's tied with the Three of Cups that you initially walked away from, and I don't know if it's the same person or if it's somebody that was associated with that, like, group of people. It does look like whatever it is that you're doing solo. Oh. There may be a whole new person, actually, that you're working on a project with. I'm getting that you guys were meant to be working together, but it was just about the timing of when that would happen. I'm looking at Pisces, Libra, Neptune, and Jupiter. Something definitely about the timing. Libra's sticking out to me here. Jupiter, if something is touching Jupiter, and to also have Neptune at the top, Neptune is like your most creative ideas, but it could have been something that you needed to work with it until you could understand how you would go from idea to manifesting it in a way to get it to, like, actually materialize for you. So it's like going from theory to pragmaticism. And to have Jupiter here, this is like to expand something, and I'm even hearing expose it. And I'm seeing it be related to, like, your ideas or even a project. And this can be something that I'm hearing spearheading. It looks like something that's now coming to fruition that before, because of the timing, like, it was not ready to happen. Yeah, I'm seeing you have a conversation with somebody. If you are, I'm seeing that you are the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here, so I'm seeing you more so in a fire energy. It looks like the person that you're dealing with could potentially be in an air energy. Or at least that is how they are presenting. So this would mean this is somebody that you're having conversations with that you feel like, I'm definitely, like, seeing a highlight of the Libra energy here. This is somebody that you would see as being, like, diplomatic, professional, a good communicator, also somebody intuitive as well. Somebody that, like, maybe when you feel like your emotions get bigger, this is somebody that kind of, like, grounds you and helps you rationalize and, like, level back out again. I'm seeing you guys actually work very, very well together. And it looks like you two are going to be working on a project. There could have also been something on their end that they weren't able to work on this with you yet until this time. Also, shifting back into this thing that you have ended, possibly with a water sign for some of you, or somebody presenting as a water sign, somebody embodying that energy. I'm seeing that this happened, a lot of it now, the place that you're making this decision from would be on principle. Because, as I said before about maybe feeling, like, unseen or disrespected by somebody, whatever it was that had happened, I'm seeing you be like, I need to protect my energy here, and I don't like how things went down, and so, like, this is the boundary that I have, and I'm not going back on it because I don't like what happened back there, and I'm not going to enable that to continue happening. So I'm seeing it be very much like that. Like, this is the reason why you want to keep things in a place where it's like you deaded whatever that was and you're going to keep it like that. You're not trying to bring this back to life. I'm seeing this be something that you're like for real made up your mind with and you're done with. Whatever that was. You may still be feeling emotionally like a little bit touchy about the subject. It's what it's feeling like. To have the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Swords, it's kind of like to protect my emotional space, and so I don't get riled up. Like, this is why I need to have these boundaries set. It's like to protect yourself emotionally, and also so you don't get caught up in something that may like catch you off guard or trigger you in some way. Because I'm seeing there be an awareness of like, yeah, this does trigger me or this does bother me. But I'm seeing it be related like specifically to like a situation or a person. And I'm seeing that it may not be the healthiest situation. I'm hearing something about a lack of accountability, which would make sense. So it's not like you're just like, oh, I'm triggered by that, so I'm avoiding it because I'm bypassing doing the work. It's like a situation that's not healthy for you to be a part of. And so you're like, you know what, I'm making this decision for myself to protect myself here within this situation, and this is what I need to do for me. So I'm seeing it be a very smart move on your part. And I'm seeing you also be aware that you may be feeling like still a bit touchy about the subject. I think you're pretty set in how you're feeling towards this person or this group of people. There's something about you knowing that if you express yourself and your feelings that it's going to go over somebody's head because they're not in the place to really understand where you're coming from. I'm seeing somebody that is very closed off to what you have to say to them. This is somebody in an energy where, because they are like very concerned with themselves and defensive and not ready to hear how you're feeling, this is somebody that may like kind of gaslight you or do things where like if you're being genuine with them, you would feel like they would take advantage of you in some way because of the place that they're in. And that's like not a judgment or anything. It's an observation more than anything with this person. Because I'm seeing somebody that could actually be kind of cruel. So this is you understanding that if you're putting yourself in a place of vulnerability with this person, that they're not going to receive you like that. There's somebody that would use that and possibly be hurtful with the way that they turn it around on you. So I will say this too, if this is you with yourself, you may be stopping yourself from talking to somebody because you still feel a type of way about the situation that's been happening, and you don't want to like be rude to them or say things that later you would regret. Yeah, there's a sense here of like knowing that if you're not in a good place, or a place where, meaning if you're not in a grounded, centered space emotionally, you know better than to reach out or address somebody, because you don't want to say something that later on you would be like, that was really mean, or like, I understand that was coming from a hurt space and I should have taken time to reflect and process everything before I had that conversation with them. This whole reading, I've been feeling a numbness in my pinky. Some of you guys may have something going on with like your nerves or with your body. Like maybe some injury or something. I'm seeing this another way too. If you are waiting on an apology from this person, know that you are going to be waiting for a long time. A long, long time. Because I'm not seeing this person be in a place where they think they did anything wrong. Like, I'm seeing quite an arrogant, like, maybe a privileged energy, whoever this person is. And they are somebody that, like, maybe within their life they haven't really been held accountable, or they haven't, like, allowed experiences to sink in where they've understood, like, the consequences of their action. It's more so them being in a place where it's like they don't understand yet how they are responsible for their own life, and how, because of their actions, that's why their life is the way that it is. And so if they're not even understanding how they affect themselves, how are they going to possibly be able to fathom how they are affecting you? And you would know this because you would see them being like this within their own life. Like, when certain things happen to them, they'd be like, why is this happening to me? I don't understand. Meanwhile, it was like them that did whatever it was that caused that to happen. So you would, like, definitely see this within this person's life. So this is somebody that feels such a lack of control within their lives and feels like it's like the universe that's doing everything, and usually feeling like a victim in that way. Like that they have no control, and that, like, other people have the control and they're against them, and that, like, just that whole mentality of not understanding how powerful they actually are. Really, at the end of it, that's what it is. Somebody that feels helpless, actually. So yeah, if you're waiting for them to apologize, you are going to be waiting. Because this person, like, as I said before, they're not in the space to, like, recognize how they're affecting you. And so they're not somebody that's going to be like, oh yeah, it's me that was the problem, or like, yeah, it was me that hurt you, or whatever. You're going to have to wait until their energy shifts before you get that. And then you're going to, like, be waiting still, is what I'm seeing here. Even for them to, like, come around, like, even if you're like, okay, forget the apology, like, am I going to hear from them, or are they going to, like, make some sort of offer or propose something, or, like, whatever it is? I don't think that would be happening immediately either. Yeah, you're being guided to let this go. To make it easier on you is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing it's something that you still may be holding on to because you feel a type of way about it. I think, like, it's really more disbelief in anything that somebody would act this way with you. But you holding on to it is just going to siphon your energy into this situation. And you may be asking yourself if that's really where you want to be expelling your energy, or if you want to use it for something that you see to be more productive. I'm seeing, too, this person be in a place where, like, you would perceive them as being quite immature. This is somebody that, like, regardless of their age, like, they would be acting in a very, like, young energy. Like very, very childish is what I'm seeing with this person. I do definitely get like a privileged energy with them for some reason. Yeah, here you are. The part of you that wants to jump in and say something to this person, see, this is the thing. You may feel like impulsively the way that you want to come through is to like address this and to get on this person about whatever this is. However, there's another part of you that knows that this person is not receptive. So this is something that needs to be figured out for you, because if you want to go in and still prove a point with somebody that you know is not receptive, this is coming from an ego space. And I'm getting to that you're aware of this. It's like, I know I'm not going to get anywhere with this person because they're not in a space where they're open to hearing what I'm saying. And yet, like, my ego is bothered right now because, like, I don't want to let them get away with that. So definitely something to look into further. If you've been keeping track of them in any way, whether this be you watching them on social media or you have somebody around you updating you on this person and what's going on within their life and how they're doing and where they are and whatever it is, you need to cut it off. Because it's not going to help you. I'm seeing you like maybe repeatedly triggered into, sucked back in energetically into this situation. So whatever this line is, whatever this cord is that you have to this, you're being guided to cut it off. Because it's just going to make you think about this more and more and more. And it's not going to help you heal and process. I'm seeing something else going on here. I'm trying to like follow the lead, but I don't know if it's like developed enough to tap all the way into it. I don't know if this actually energetically is related to what we were just talking about, but it's coming through for a reason. For some of you, there may be another Aquarius that you've been watching. I'm seeing it specifically be tied to Aquarian energy. If this is somebody that, as I said before, I don't know if like this is actually related to the reading or this is like a separate energy, but I'm just letting you know what's coming through because it's coming through for a reason. If there has been somebody that you want to approach because you are interested in them, it looks like there's something going on here. I'm seeing this as somebody that you've been watching, somebody that you're curious about. Somebody you've definitely been like keeping a close eye on. This is somebody that you would be attracted to their energy. If you are approaching them in a way where you are interested in them physically, sexually, I'm seeing that the way that you would come through towards this person would be a complete turn off to them, if that's how you're going to approach them. Because I'm looking at the Knight of Wands here, and I'm seeing that, like, you would not even energetically be able to touch this person until you transitioned out of a different energy to approach them in the first place. And for some reason, for some of you, like, you don't even know, like, whether this person is single or not. But I'm seeing, like, something that either is, like, a behavior that you've already done or a way that you do want to approach them. I'm seeing something be inappropriate here with this person. It's like, it's something about the way that you know, when you, like, see something immediately and you have, like, this gut reaction of, like, wanting to go after it or wanting it. It's like maybe this thing that you feel instantly, but it's like your go-to on how to approach this situation is not what is needed for this situation. And somebody is not going to be receptive to your energy if you're approaching them in that way. It's like something needs to be switched up in order for you to even be able to, like, pass through the gate energetically. Yeah. Yes. Makes total sense. I'm seeing this again. It's like, let's get more specific with the Knight of Wands. If you are mentioning this person's physical attributes, they're not going to be interested. If you are saying anything about how you are attracted to them, they're not going to be interested. It's like somebody that, like, they're not looking for somebody to come through and be talking about what they look like physically. This is somebody that would want to be seen for, like, the things that matter to them. The things that, oh, okay, so now I'm remembering that word from before when I said mental property, it's intellectual property. That's coming through here. This person would want to be recognized for, like, their passions, the things that matter to them. Stuff that goes so much deeper than skin deep. Which I'm getting you would, like, because of watching this person, you would already know that they're a deep person anyway. So you would probably know that it's also, like, not correct to step towards them in this way. Remember, energies can be reversed too. This could be somebody addressing you in a way where it's like they're hitting on you and you're like, oh, I'm just being reduced here to what I look like. And I don't even think that this person would respond anyway. Because I'm seeing somebody, like, within the star energy. So this is somebody that's done a lot of personal work and is very much on their path as well. Interesting. For those of you that, like, the first part of the reading resonated, does this also resonate for you, or is this a different energy? Okay, the person that is addressing the other person. So the person that is kind of, like, taking action here within this situation, I'm seeing that, like, they may be actually projecting onto the other person. I'm seeing with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Wands. It's like somebody that like, rather than being like, okay, I feel attracted to this person and I'm going to think about like how they would want to be approached, it's like, rather than thinking about like trying to get into the mindset of this other person, it's like you may just be being like hitting on them without switching it up. It's like, it's not original the way that you're doing it. It's like something that you would do for like any person that you're hitting on. It's like you're not changing at all for the individual. I'm seeing something like that here. As I said before, remember, energies can be reversed. This can be somebody that you're dealing with. But yeah, this may be somebody that, like, to be completely frank, I'm not seeing something that's necessarily reciprocated, and that may be the thing too. As I said before about like you being aware of this person, they may not necessarily be aware of you or interested in you. Or it's like they wouldn't have like thought of you in this way. I know I said too before, like, it doesn't seem like this is somebody that you know very well, because if you knew them, you would know, like, if they were dating someone or not, yeah? So it's like somebody that you wouldn't know well enough to even know whether or not, like, I'm hearing engaged in something, with someone. Yeah, it's like there's something that's blocking the offer. And I don't know if it's like their energy not being open to it, or it's something that would need to shift within your energy, but something's definitely blocking it. Even something that's like some sort of like mental block or something where like you're not seeing the big picture. It seems like particularly a way that you would want to address this person. Something going on like both emotionally and physically for the person that wants to address the other person. I'm seeing you would like see this person as being like somewhat of an ideal for you. To have this star, this could also be somebody that has like a platform or like other people around them or curious about them, or it could even be somebody famous. It could be somebody with a fan base or like popular in some way. They could be popular like within a community even. I'm seeing like something be special about this person. Yeah, there's something about it. I feel like they have like some sort of public presence, because I'm even like the Page of Swords, I'm getting kind of like an internet vibe from this. So this could be somebody that like, I don't know, they come up on your explore page on Instagram and like you feel like you're really into this person. It's something like that even. And that would make sense too for you, like not knowing a lot about their personal life too. But I'm seeing this person even be like encased energetically in something. So they're almost untouchable in a way. This sounds like kind of far out, but I know it all comes through for a reason. I'm hearing business operative. What I'm getting is that like you may be jumping ahead before you know enough information on this person. This can be like you meet somebody, or you want to get to know them, or like you ask them out or whatever, but you don't actually know if they fit within your realm of like what you're actually looking for with a person, and or if you're compatible. I keep getting this vibe of you like not knowing whether this is mutual or not, or that like not being explicitly expressed. So this may be something, again, that's like just on your end or solely just on their end. I'm not seeing something mutual, and I'm seeing something where it's still like you trying to figure out whether or not you could be happy with this person. There hasn't even been a conversation about like what you're looking for, what your standards are. You don't know what this person's standards are, stuff like that. For some of you, you could have met this person through like work or job, something like that, or like while you're at work or while they're at work, something like that, while they're working with the King of Pentacles. Or there's something about a job being important to them. Yeah, I'm getting even a notion of you trying to figure out if you could give this person what they want. But the thing is that, like, I don't know how many conversations you've even had with this person to be able to know, like, if you can do that for them, because you wouldn't even know where to start because you haven't had a conversation about what they're looking for. Because there's only, like, so much you can surmise within a situation is what I'm getting. And, like, I'm seeing this person actually, like, be silent on their end. This is feeling like a weird little Neptune thing that's happening. There's a desire to manifest a partnership. This can even be a business partnership, like somebody that you would work with. Because to have the King of Pentacles here, it's like, is somebody that you would share responsibilities with, and somebody that would like perceive you in the way that you want to be perceived. But this could also be like somebody that you feel you would work well with, somebody you would communicate well with, and kind of like share a similar vision with this person. Yeah. Just talking about working with somebody. We have the Three of Pentacles here. I'm seeing like something where you would want to collaborate with this person, or like you may be looking for that, or looking to manifest some sort of collaboration. This actually can be like separate. I'm just looking at Aquarius in this spread. For over here with Mercury, it looks like on the business front for you, like when it comes to either like your job or your home, it's like either within the job setting or within the home setting, there's a desire to feel a sense of union with somebody to the point where you're working very well and communicating very well with them. A sense of shared love and respect. I don't know if you're at the point where you're trying to manifest this person, or the person has already materialized and you're trying to manifest this type of dynamic, but I'm seeing it be like one of the two here. I'm just looking at Mercury. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.